Deep in a lush green forest, there lived a little rabbit named Pip. Pip loved his home, especially the sunny meadow right next to his burrow. But one day, a strange and scary sound began echoing from a dark cave nearby. It was a deep, booming voice that rumbled, "I am the Great One! Get out of my sight!" At first, Pip tried to ignore it. He thought maybe it was just the wind, or perhaps it would go away on its own. But the voice only grew louder each day, sending shivers down his spine. This reminds us that ignoring a small problem doesn't make it disappear. Often, it just lets it grow bigger and scarier. Pip's fear grew so much that he couldn't even enjoy his favorite clover patches. He knew he couldn't live like this forever, so he decided to seek help. First, he found Barnaby the bear, who was known for his incredible strength. "Barnaby," Pip trembled, "there's a terrifying monster in the cave. Can you please make it leave?" Barnaby, proud of his might, puffed out his chest and marched to the cave. He roared his mightiest roar. "Hey, you in there! I'm the strongest in this forest. Come out and face me." But the voice from the cave simply boomed back, louder than ever. "I am the Great One! Get out of my sight!" The ground shook, and a few pebbles tumbled down from the cave entrance. Barnaby the bear, who had never heard anything so powerful, felt his fur stand on end. His courage melted away. He turned and ran, muttering, "That's no ordinary creature." This shows us that brute force isn't always the answer. Sometimes, the biggest challenges require something more than just physical strength. Feeling even more hopeless, Pip then went to find Tanya the tiger. Tanya was famous for her speed and fierceness. "Tanya, please help me," Pip pleaded. "A terrible voice is threatening me from the cave," and even Barnaby was scared away. Tanya flicked her tail, confident in her abilities. "Fear not, little one," she growled. "No one is fiercer than I am." She crept silently to the cave entrance, ready to pounce on whatever was inside. She let out a ferocious snarl, a sound that usually sent everyone running, but the response was the same thunderous boom. "I am the Great One! Get out of my sight!" The sheer volume of the voice was overwhelming. Tanya the tiger, who relied on intimidating her foes, felt a chill of true fear. She was used to being the scariest thing in the forest, but this was different. Without a second thought, she sprinted away, her confidence shattered. This teaches us that intimidation and aggression can't solve every problem. True courage isn't about being the loudest or the fiercest. Pip was now in despair. The strongest and fiercest animals in the forest had been defeated. He sat by a pond, his head in his paws, feeling completely alone. Just then, a small green frog named Finn hopped onto a lily pad next to him. "What's wrong, Pip?" Finn asked in a friendly voice. Pip explained the whole story, about the terrifying voice and how both the bear and the tiger had run away. He felt there was no hope left. Running away seems easy, but the problem just follows you, casting a shadow over everything. Finn listened patiently. When Pip finished, the little frog said something surprising. "You know, I'm not very big or strong, but sometimes you just need to face your fears to see what they really are. Hiding and running won't make the voice go away. Let's go look together." Pip was scared, but Finn's simple bravery gave him a spark of hope. The lesson here is that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Sometimes the greatest strength comes from the most unexpected places. With Finn by his side, Pip felt a little braver. They slowly and cautiously approached the dark cave. The booming voice echoed again. "I am the Great One! Get out of my sight!" Pip's heart pounded, and he wanted to run, but Finn hopped forward calmly. "We just want to see who you are," Finn called out in his small, clear voice. "We mean you no harm." This is a crucial step. Confronting the problem directly, but with curiosity instead of aggression. They peeked inside the cave. At first, it was too dark to see anything. As their eyes adjusted, they saw something moving on a large, flat rock that acted like a natural amplifier, making any sound echo loudly. Was it a giant monster? a fearsome dragon. They moved closer, their curiosity now greater than their fear. They were finally taking control, instead of letting fear control them. The solution is always on the other side of fear. And what did they find? Sitting on that rock was a tiny, fuzzy caterpillar. The caterpillar was munching on a leaf, and with a full mouth, it would periodically shout, "I am the Great One! Get out of my light!" It wasn't sight, but light. The little caterpillar just wanted some space to eat its leaf in peace. The cave's unique shape had turned its tiny, muffled voice into a monstrous, booming threat. Facing the problem revealed the truth. Pip and Finn couldn't help but burst into laughter. All this time, the entire forest had been terrified of a tiny caterpillar who just wanted some personal space. They realized their own fear had made the problem seem much bigger than it was. They had imagined a monster, but the reality was completely harmless. It's a powerful reminder that our minds can often create the scariest monsters of all. Pip learned a very important lesson that day. He learned that running away from your problems never solves them. He learned that true courage isn't about being the biggest or strongest, but about having the heart to face what scares you, even when you're afraid. And most importantly, he learned that sometimes the things we fear the most are just small misunderstandings that need a closer look. From that day on, Pip wasn't afraid of the cave anymore. He and Finn would often visit the caterpillar, bringing it fresh, tasty leaves. The whole forest learned from Pip's story. Before you let fear take over, take a deep breath, find a little courage, and maybe a good friend, and go take a closer look. You might be surprised by what you find. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.